My name is Christina Malizia, and I'm the founder of the Global Voice Acting Academy. Today I'd like to talk to you about the GVAA rate guide, how it works, how we compiled the data, how you can use it in negotiations with your clients, along with additional resources we've created to help your voiceover business succeed. So, let's get started. The rate guide is broken down into voiceover genre categories. There are subsections within each category. For example, commercial. This is broken up into the subsections: commercials for television, radio, online, and internet streaming. Within each category and subsection, rates are listed based on job type, job length, type of usage, and usage length. The usage will include specifications on geographic location, for example, a national spot versus a regional spot or a local spot. What types of media the spot will be used for example, internet usage only or internal usage only. And the amount of time the client is permitted to use the voiceover without paying a renewal fee. This rate guide is set up to provide, number 1, a session fee rate. This means the base rate for your time during the actual recording session. Number 2, the usage rate. This is an additional amount that you should charge on top of your session fee and varies with the usage rights the client would like to purchase. Remember to always add the session fee to the usage rate for your final rate quote. Number 3, the areas of the rate guide that do not have a separate session fee are quoted that way based on the input we received from our experts and contributors. As a talent, it's important to never do work in perpetuity if you can avoid it. When I was a young girl, I did a job for a toy company that paid me $150. I still see and hear that voiceover in a toy on 1-800-Flowers today, 22 years later. The point is you could end up doing a job for very little money, only to see it show up all over the world for decades at a time, with no additional compensation for you. Even as a non-union talent, you can set up parameters within the usage terms that will protect you against companies taking advantage of your services in the long term. If you are a great talent and you provide wonderful voiceover work, remember that the service you provide has value, regardless of how many years of experience you have. Do not undervalue yourself, even if you're new. As talent, we are all constantly improving at our craft. You will continue to improve. But don't assume just because you're new that you provide a lower value. The skeleton of the rate guide is based on SAG-AFTRA rates. From there, we incorporated data from the Sean Caldwell survey and then launched into interviewing dozens of the most highly regarded, full-time working voiceover talent veterans in each of the voiceover genres. Each voice actor who contributed has between 10 and 30 years of experience and has proven themselves to be able to make a full-time living off of their work in that field. We did not accept rates from just anyone, only those with the credentials and experience to speak with full authority and extensive knowledge on the topic. Next, we began reaching out to talent agencies. We are proud that 3 separate U.S. talent agencies have contributed their rate cards to us in support of standing up for fair rates for the voiceover community. Lastly, the entire GVAA team goes through periods of time where we collect and document every talent agency rate that comes to our personal inboxes. We note the usage terms in great detail, along with all of the project specs, and then we compile the data and create averages to fill in the gaps for newer areas and genres of voiceover. If you have more questions, we have an in-depth webinar you won't want to miss. In this webinar, you will learn the difference between union and non-union rate structures, the breakdown of each voiceover genre's rates and how they work, our rate research strategies. This will help you gather unknown rate data in the future. Lastly, each genre's rate structures will be explained by an industry veteran. This will include Anne Ganguza, who will cover general narration, e-learning, industrial narration, medical narration, and explainer videos. David Rosenthal will be covering commercial voiceover, including radio, TV broadcast, and internet usage. I will be covering toys, games and mobile game apps, animation, YouTube, and podcast rates. Brad Venable will be explaining video games, and Stephen J. Cohen will be covering audiobooks. Please join us for this invaluable learning experience. Click the link below to purchase this information-packed webinar. The rate guide has been created and maintained free of charge for the VoiceOver community. We improve it daily, and our efforts to continue gathering data have helped many all over the world. We receive daily success stories from talent who use it on a regular basis, and we are delighted that it is now listed as a resource on the Voice123 blog. We also answer questions from voice actors all over the world free of charge. If you use the rate guide on a regular basis and having it has helped you with your voiceover business, we are now accepting donations to help us continue our efforts. If you would like to help support us with our mission to expand and continue to improve this resource for the community, you can make a contribution by clicking on the donate button below. Thanks, and we really appreciate your support. If you're looking for more voiceover education and career resources, come take one of our amazing group classes. We have some of the best coaches in the country. To find out more about our online group classes, click the Online Classes button below. Thank you for supporting the Global Voice Acting Academy. See you next time.